Hello everyone, as we are here to see this pretty neat looking course here. That's right, it's the return of this event back in Season 1 as being represented for event number 7, the Dropoff, also known as archery, if you would call it whatever or not. But anyways, yes, we are back at this. Before we see an example run in the overall standings, the Kelvin Cosmos have taken the lead, who are currently holding it so far over Team Acid, followed by Monochromes and Lightning Pirates. As we're going to be taking a look at this example run here, we decided to change up the rules a bit for this event. This time we're letting 2 teams go at the same time. And they will have to just try to race against each other, well, not racing exactly, just try to get the best score as possible while being interfered by the opposing team. And each team is going to have 2 runs of this, and they will be added as their total score. Whoever has the best score will win. So now, we're going to be starting off with the Frenzy Fireworks and the Paintballers. And they'll be facing off again as we're going to be going to the second run, but this time they'll just change lanes. As we're seeing right now, the Paintballers had the first member to drop first, and it looks like it was pretty good there, I believe, for the Frenzy Fireworks. I believe that it was a mere 10, I believe. I couldn't really tell from that angle, but we're going to need to check again, as we're going to get ourselves a bird's eye view from the top. And it is a 10, which gives out a total of 25 for the Frenzy Fireworks and a 14.5 for the Paintballers, which will start off for this event. Alright, next up, Mustard Army and the Kelvin Cosmos. Our leaders are currently battling this one with Mustard Army. Let's see how they'll do. And clearly right now, Mustard Army is leading so far. Oh, they're starting to pile up a bit. Oh, one has fallen off the edge there. So that means that if you fall off there, that will be a 0. And if you get be between the blocks from around like 1 to 6, you'll be given like half a point between those 2 pieces. And it looks like we got ourselves another 25 from the Kelvin Cosmos, and that result is going to put them in P1. Mustard Army with their 20.5 will sit them in 3rd place. Alright, now we move on to the Monochromes and Gardening Squad. Monochromes, who are currently sitting in 3rd so far in the standings. Anyways, currently right now, Gardening Squad, will they have 1 in? Oh! It's a bit of change-ups there. Looks like Monochromes get a 10, but they also have a DNF on the course. Somehow they were, I think that's just from a detachments or something. I'm not quite sure how they were stuck in the middle of it. Maybe they just got tired. I do not know. But that solid 10 from the Monochromes is not even going to be enough. They lose it out by half a point over Gardening Squad. But the results are pretty bit low to 20, so they will be put in 4th and 5th respectively. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to the Aliens and the Shining Stars. Off they go, and it looks like the Shining Stars, they have 1 member flying off. And it looks like, oh, there's a 4. Whoa! I believe that might be 2 10s for the Shining Stars. Yeah, that's actually going to be really good for them. That 1 DNF, that 1 miss there, the one that fell off the left. Aliens have also lost 2 of their members falling off as well. Shining Stars get a 27. That's going to put them in 1st place. And that 15 for the Aliens, that really hurts them with their 2 members falling off. That's only going to put them in 7th place. Alright, so we're going to be halfway through the runs of the 1st round, as we're going to be moving on to Team Acid and the Chocolate Bananas. Team Acid has the 1st member finishing, and ooh, I'm really concerned about the Chocolate Bananas. They all went too far to the left, just way off the bullseye. Team Acid nearly has 1 there, and did they get another? No, they did not. I don't think so. And see, yeah, they didn't. Only 2 8s and a 6, that gives them a 22, and that crappy result from the Chocolate Bananas only just managed to reach about 5 or so. That's going to put them in dead last. That's not looking good for Chocolate Bananas. They are currently sitting dead last with only 22 points in the overall standings. And it's not looking good for them. But anyways, as we're going to move on from that, we have Ramen Bombshells and Seashell Sightseers. Oh no! That was a poor result from the Seashell Sightseers. They have 1 miss, 1 DNF, and 2 of them just went too far out. That is not going to be a good score. And as we're looking at Ramen Bombshells, their best result was a 7, and it's only a 15.5 that puts them in 8th. But look at that score, only 8 points for the Seashell Sightseers. That's going to put them all the way down in dead last. That's really going to hurt their score so far, as their second score is going to be added to that total. They really need to make a good improvement as they want to do in their second run. As we're looking at Malachi Manasis and Team Clear now. And the Malachi Manasis, I believe, I don't know if that's a 10 or 9, but it's really close to tell still. A few contacts there. One just went too far to the right, and one went too far to the left. And a 14.5 for Team Clear. That's going to put them in 10th, while Malachi Manasis with a 13 is going to put them in 12th. And now move on to our last run for the first round. Lightning Pirates and the Poseidons. Let's see who will take it. Off they go. And it looks like the Poseidons. Looks like there's a reserve member, I believe. And here comes a few contests. Lightning Pirates, I think that's a... Yeah, I think that's a 9. Yeah, that's a 9 right there. For that Lightning Pirates member. Ooh, as I saw there, the Poseidons nearly had themselves a DNF, but the Lightning Pirates members decided to just bump into them and free. And they were managed to break out of it. 2 9s from each of them. And it looks like Poseidons will get a 22. That's going to put them in 4th place. Lightning Pirates are going to be sitting in 6th. So far, the Shining Star got the best result in the first round. That's really going to give them a good amount. If they were able to do well in the second round, they can have the chance for a medal. So there's going to be some vast improvements there. They really need to make some good improvements there to try to get themselves a better score than what they did. But anyways, as we're heading to the second round, we're seeing the Paintballers and the Frenzy Fireworks again. And it's really close there. 2 Paintballers members have fallen off. That is really going to hurt them, I believe. Ooh, see, one of those Frenzy Fireworks members pushed them off. And with the last one, the Frenzy Fireworks members nearly sabotaged themselves. And they only get themselves an 18. They'll be in the lead for now for the second round. Paintballers with an 11.5. That is not good. Anyways, Calvin Cosmos and Mustard Army. Calvin Cosmos with a good score there with a 25. Can they get a good score here? As we see now, right, they have two members leading, and they get a 10. 10 points for the Calvin Cosmos. Wait, I think Mustard Army must have a 10 as well. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if Mustard Army also got a 10, but we're definitely gonna need to check from the top view. And that's where disadvantage there for the Calvin Cosmos. They have one fallen off. And yes, that's also a 10 from Mustard Army. And that's actually going to put them in the lead for now with a 19.5. Just over 3 points over the Calvin Cosmos second round score. Alright, now for Guardian Squad and the Monochromes. Both of them had a pretty poor result in their first round. Can they make a good improvement here? As you see right now, Guardian Squad. Ooh! Oh, let's just look out for Monochrome. Oh! Did they get a 10 or something? Let's see. Oh my god! Oh no! One of the Monochromes members has gone stuck in the divider there, or release part of it. I don't know. But anyways, 9. I think that's a 9 there from Monochromes. Yes, it is. But only 2 members on the grid here. That's only gonna give them 12 points. Not looking good for them. As for Guardian Squad, they have taken the lead with a 20.5. Now for the Shining Stars and the Aliens. Shining Stars, who have the best results so far. Can they do it here? And here it comes. Ooh, they have one member fall off. And some few of the Aliens members, they're all 4 of them are still on there. But I believe that might hurt the Shining Stars a bit. With that, yeah, that member, I think that was Lyra who fell off the course. Yeah, I think so. And what is the score? 21.5 of the Aliens, they have taken the lead. And a 13.5 for the Shining Stars. Their 2 members went too far off, and that's sadly going to put them down near the bottom. And it's probably going to really affect their score, I would say. Anyways, Chocolate Bananas and Team Acid now. Chocolate Bananas, they need to get better here. Will they do it? And they do! They get a 10, but they also have a member fall off the course there. And it's really going to affect it. And it looks like Team Acid has also gotten themselves a 10 as well. You see right here, that second member of the Chocolate Bananas was saved, was giving themselves a slow minute of speed. 21 for Team Acid, that got a better score because of their other members. That's going to put them in second. as the Choco Bananas are currently going to be sitting in 4th. As we're heading to a few more runs, Seashell Sightseers and Ramen Bombshells. Both of them really need to make some good improvements here, especially for Seashell Sightseers, I would say. As we're seeing right now, and wait a minute! Oh my god! Would you look at that score from the Ramen Bombshells? That is an amazing run there. That Seashell Sightseers member tried to break it open, but it wasn't actually enough. And that is a new MCC record, 37! Just barely 2 points over the Sub-Zero's record back in Season 1. And that was an amazing run with 2 10s there, a 9 and an 8. That is definitely... will that be a possibility to reach 1st place? I'm actually not quite sure, but we're going to find out after this. But anyways, Malachi Mantis and Team Clear. All 4 of their members are still on the grid, so no DNFs or misses here. One was right on the 10 there, but they just missed out. But that's still... And let's see, 2 9s from the Malachi Mantis. That's going to put them in 2nd. And a 21 for Team Clear is going to put them in 5th place. And now we're down to our last run for this event. Lightning Pirates and Poseidons now. Let's see who will take it. Off they go. It's getting really close here. Ooh, Poseidon's nearly got a 10 there. And, oh, we have a DNF here from the Lightning Pirates. Right in that middle part of the course there. I didn't really know how is that a problem or so. But I think we'll probably get into that later, because I know this is going to be also going to be an event for the Constellation Clash. And the 23 Poseidons, they get 3rd. While for Lightning Pirates, they only got 11.5. That's going to put them down in 15th. And the Ramen Bombshells with a new record there. Will that be enough to put them in 1st place? And yes, it will! The Ramen Bombshells have taken gold in the Dropoff. Well done to them. Poseidons will take the silver, and the Frenzy Fireworks will be taking the bronze. In the standings, the Kelvin Cosmos keep the lead away from Team Acid. Poseidon's Frenzy Fires and the Ramen Bombshells jump up over 6 spots to reach the top 5. Next event will be event number 8, which is the Distance Drag. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, see you next time.